How's it going, guys? We're just going to go live for a little while today, hang out in the shop. It's cold, so I thought I'd bring some friends in, hang out with us, try to keep us warm. As you can see my breath, so you know full well that it's super cold out today. It's actually snowing, which is not grand since 2 days ago, it was 70 degrees. Um, yeah, we're gonna work on some pocket slabs. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna see how it goes today. Do a little chat and get some work done. Hopefully. I got some work to do. And first, I've got a knife of my brother's that the knife scale fell off of. So we're going to fix that for him first thing this morning. Then we'll get busy on some pocket slabs. Rachel, how's it going? Glad to see you're in the chat today. How are you? It's cold this morning, so we're a little sluggish. Donna, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. We're just hanging out in the shop today. Been working on a few projects, try to stay a little warm. We went from 70 degrees 2 days ago to uh, currently snow. So that's how I'm kind of feeling this morning. I feel like I should go back to hibernating. I've currently got a knife on the bench that I'm fixing for a relative. Um, for some reason, the knife scale, they didn't get them glued on the right way. So we're going to work on fixing that up for him, get him back up and running. We got a couple of our pocket slabs to work on after we're done here with this. And we'll be here for a while working on stuff. Figured it's easier to stay warm if I have some people to hang out with, so I figured we'd jump on and go live. The dogs are even currently not happy. Jonathan, thanks for coming in. Thanks for the like. I appreciate it. We always appreciate the likes. We always appreciate the subscribes. Um, if you don't like what you see, though, that's all right. We understand. Thanks, Rachel. I appreciate the like as well. We finally have over the 50 subscriber mark, so I don't have to fight YouTube about trying to go live. We can just do it whenever we feel like now, which is kind of nice. Less of a headache. We're still getting settled into the new shop, so I don't have my computer set up out here to be able to do all that. So we got to go live on the phones for now and go that way about it, but it works. It's cold enough even my glue doesn't want to come out of the bottle. Hopefully it's warmer where you guys are. How was everybody's Easter? Monkers? Good. Thanks for coming in. Glad to see you. Molly. You might hear the pup protest a little bit too. She's currently not real excited that it's cold outside either. Monkers, I do watch some superhero movies. I work a lot, so I don't get to watch them as much as I'd like to, but yeah, I definitely do. Kitty, hi, nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. Oh, what's my favorite? That's a great question. Um, I would probably have to say the Daredevil series is probably my favorite superheroes. How about you, Muggers? What's your favorites? Spider Man? All right. I like Spider Man. It's definitely a good choice. Muggers, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Hopefully, we'll see you back in again. Rachel, I would have to agree. Iron Man's pretty high on my list, too. Sorry for the banging, but I got to get the glue out of here one way or the other. It is currently not happy about life. Kitty, thank you. Thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate that. We're just trying to grow, getting started. So every sub counts, and we truly 100% appreciate that. Rachel, have you ever watched the entire Marvel's series in order? Or Kitty, are you into superheroes? Molly. Gma, hey, good to see you. How are you? Hopefully you're currently warmer than we are. I'm sure you can see every now and then I can see my breath. We're currently getting snow, so uh, it's a little chilly here today. Kitty Batman? All right. I like Batman. I'm old enough that I like the old school Batman. Back when it was on TV. You could watch them kind of like Saturday morning cartoons. Molly, that's enough. Ah, Munkers, welcome back in. Gma, how was your Easter? I'm sure you definitely are warmer for sure. It is 100% snowing outside currently. Nana, I'm sure you weren't here the last live. We are officially moved into a new shop. And so that's why it's a little chilly in here today. We still don't have the heat completely in yet. And not all the equipment's where it needs to be, but we got enough of it up that we're up and running some anyhow. Rachel, I'm glad it's warmer where you are. Kitty, I'm currently trying to get glue out of the bottle. I have a knife on the bench that currently has a scale that is no longer attached to it for the handle. And I'm trying to get some glue out of the bottle so I can glue that back on for one of my relatives, fix that for them. And then I have some new pocket slabs that are all glued up that we're going to work on once we're done with this. I'll show you those once I get some of this glue out of this bottle. Molly. I hear what she hears. I wasn't thinking that the kids are not in school today, but that would be what she is growling about. All right. I love when they hide little security caps inside of the bottles of glue. That makes things so much easier. Okay. Molly, you're okay, girl. You guys have dogs, cats, pet of some form or another? Nana, you got a kitty? Rachel, you have a cat? Two cats and a dog? Awesome. I have two dogs. Unfortunately, we lost our oldest dog just before Thanksgiving, so we have two now. We did have three. Yeah, there's security stickers on coffee cups now too. Yep, isn't that ridiculous? Like they hide them everywhere. I guess that's the point we've come to, Nana. But Roxy's a good name. Our two pups are Molly, which is the one that you can currently hear making noise, and then Cochise, which is my black lab, who's just hanging out right here underneath the desk with me. He usually is pretty close. Oh, Nana, that's awesome. Get some glue, some epoxy on this knife handle, and we'll get it strapped together. Perfect. What kind of dog did you have, Rachel? I'm definitely a dog person compared to a cat person. I don't have anything wrong with, don't have anything against cats. I'm just not as big of a fan. Okay. We'll let that guy sit over there. We'll get rid of that mess. Rachel, I'm sorry you left. All right, let's work on some pocket slabs this morning. Dremel tool over here. We can use it. Get it plugged in. Kitty, I have not. Thankfully, I have not. All right. Yeah, the chat can be pretty quiet sometimes. I don't know if you can see it all the way or not, but this is one of our pocket slabs. It's handmade micarta on the top of it, purple and black. And then the bottom has walnut for wood. And what we're doing is rusticating the sides of it. You can see how that's smooth. And then the side of it, we're just giving it texture and pattern. So that's what we're working on. Man, I would have never guessed. I don't know too many nanas that aren't just blunt. All right. So this is what it looks like now around the sides. Let's see if I can get in front of the light. Then we'll just take the sandpaper and knock that back down again the whole way around. This is one of our denim ones. It has purple and black in it. You can see the edges where it's grooved. So we're just going to add some more texture to the top of this guy. Koopa, how are you? I don't know if I can. Can you see the purple on that side? Yeah, you can. Okay. So the cool part is you can see how it gives you the purple and black there. And then if I turn it the other side, this side is more black than it is purple. So it's pretty cool. It gives you a completely different effect. Koopa, thanks for hanging out. This is the other one we're working on. It's pretty cool. It is tie-dyed. I think we'll give this one some texture as well. Kitty, sorry to hear that you got a loose tooth. Molly. Yeah, so then once it's shined up, it'll add really make it look like the pattern is completely 3D the whole way around it. That's probably good for your tooth too, having some soup. All right. Nana, that's usually what we give ours too. And when we get closer to being out, I usually give them an apple. Or in the case of my youngest, pieces of cheese. Absolutely, Nana. Nana, that's something I never got into was a smoothie. I don't know why. Just not. I probably because I don't eat yogurt, so that's probably why. But okay, Kitty, we'll be here. We're gonna be here for a while today. Oh yeah. All right, now we'll have to try it again. My wife loves them, and she makes them all the time. Something I never got into. I'll have to try it though. I'll tell her to add more something in it. See if I like it better. Okay. Move this guy for the moment. More something. Yes. Yes, I agree with that. Now you're speaking my language. All right. The hardest part about moving shops is I have to remember what I did with everything. Ah, all right. Now we'll do some hand sanding. Mm. All right, let's do some hand sanding. Get the edges all rounded out so it's nice and smooth in your hand. Work our way down the sandpaper so that way we can give a nice mirror polish to the edges. Welcome in, everybody. I see some of you are just lurking. Thanks for joining. Thanks for hitting that like button. It's much appreciated. Give me just a minute while I grab one of my little trays when I figure out where I put those. I think I put them down here. Yeah. Grab a little bit of acetone. Yeah. We can clean it up a little bit. See what we got left to do. Show you all what those sides look like when they'll be a little bit polished. You'll get to see those black and purple lines coming out. Looking pretty good. There's the tie-dye one. Try to block out the light a little bit. Here's the tie-dye one. You can see it. Some pretty cool colors in that guy. All right, keep hand sanding. This is the part that takes forever. Trying to get through all the levels of hand sanding. I'm hoping that my wireless mic will be here this week, so that'll make I'll be able to talk even when I'm running some equipment. I'll be able to still talk and interact with chat, which will be nice. I really hope it warms up the next couple of days. Either that or I really need to get the heat working this afternoon in the shop. Yeah, I have a little portable space heater. I really should have brought it out with me today to put in the new shop till I get the actual. We're gonna use propane, I think, at this point to have like a wall heater out here in the shop. But probably should have brought the little space heater out for now, just to try to give myself a little bit of heat. But that's all right. We'll make it through. This is the first one that I'm making in tie dye, and I'm really excited to see how it's going to show up. I'm hoping that it shines up and has as much color in it as I think it will. And did you get to have all the grandkids over for Easter? Thanks for all those that are in just lurking. We appreciate you still watching, hanging out. If you haven't already hit the like or subscribe button, feel like you want to, give us a like or a subscribe. We appreciate that. And I'm glad they were all over. Hopefully, you guys had some good time together. We were able to go hang out with my parents, and all of our kids were there. It was nice. We had a good time. Yeah, I was glad I was off the real job, Nana, and was able to actually spend some time with my family for the holiday. It doesn't always happen a whole lot, so it was nice to be able to get some quality family time in. All right, time to kick some wet sanding. All right. Start with some 400. Start to work our way through here. Yeah. Yeah, I've got a another tripod on the way that hopefully I can get actually over the workbench so that I can look down on top of it. Is this light here the one that's bothering you? This one here? No, I guess it's probably the one behind me. They're pretty bright. I don't know if I can get the old one to look down. I also have to get my computer set up out here so that I can actually get stream through the camera rather than just stream through my phone. Apex, how's it going? Happy Monday to you too. How are you? Let's see if we can switch this up. Nana, if you can maybe see a little bit of what we're doing. We'll see if it wiggles and shakes too much. Apex, we're working on a couple of pocket slabs this morning. See if I can show you here. This is a denim blue and or purple and black pocket slab with a little bit of 3D texture in it. I have a tie-dye one as well that we're working on. And then I have a walnut that we've done some rustication on the sides of with some of our purple and black grunge micarta. All right, now we'll try it. We'll see how it goes. We're just working on a little bit of wet sanding at the current moment. Start to get them polished up. Apex, we just moved into a new shop, so we're kind of in a learning curve of trying to figure out how to get things set up, trying to figure out where I've put things already that I've already moved around and put away out here because I can't ever remember where I put stuff at. Still trying to get some products completed. I don't know if you can see completely or not. In the corner, when it starts to polish, it really starts to take off. Yeah, Apex, it's definitely been interesting. We kind of moved on a sudden notice, and it it was like a hurry up and get in. And actually, we did it the day before our giveaway, so it was a hurry up and get in so that as soon as the giveaway was over, I could start to work on the stuff to go out to the people who won. and still be able to have some time to get some other products out the door to people as well. So, and throw the holiday in it and everything else. It's always something. How was your Easter, Apex? Yeah, never a dull moment. This grunge micarta polishes up so nice. I don't know if you can actually see like the Damascus pattern in it, but I love how it turned out. Apex, nothing wrong with that. That sounds pretty much about like what ours did. We got to spend some time with my mom and dad, and the kids were all there. That was a nice time. Yeah, it just blows my mind, Apex, how much like you can take a piece of material that somebody would actually wear on an everyday basis and turn it into a hard block and a little bit of work, and all of a sudden it's a shiny piece. Unfortunately, it's still dark because of that denim's still dark because it's wet, but it dries out that purple and black, and those grooves will really stand out. And we always polish the edges down to a nice mirror polish so they really stand out. Yeah, Apex, I am super excited. I actually put um my Carta this morning. That's what I did this morning. I worked overnight, so as soon as I came home, I threw some micarta together and I threw it in um, the presses. It'll come out here in a couple hours. We'll take a look at it, and that's some of what I'm going to send off to him to see what he thinks, what he can do with it. I'm super excited. I'm honestly, I'm pretty speechless at this point to be able to work with him, and even at this point, I'm just speechless to be able to have the conversations that we've had and the encouragement and chat with each other. They're super cool people, just like everybody is in this community. Everybody is super cool that I've talked to and been able to chat with. Yeah, the whole family. They are all a phenomenal bunch of people. I like that statement. That is awesome. Sharp things bring us together. That walnut's going to have some nice figure in it once it's sanded the whole way down, polished, and a little bit of carnauba wax put on it. Yeah, I wasn't sure how I would feel about the texture on it. I'll clean it up quick, but I honestly I think it's pretty cool. So I make um tobacco pipes as kind of like a side hobby to my hobby, and a lot of the tobacco pipes we texture like that. It's called rustication on them. And it's kind of the same philosophy. And I agree. I like that statement. That's a good one for sure. Apex, did you send Clayton the Spidey that he carries around so much? I think he said it was you. That thing is freaking awesome. When our Yeah, the pink one. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, the first time we actually got the video chat with each other, that is literally the way he led his hello. He said, "Hello, check this out," and shoved it in the camera so I could see it. Of course, then I was a little bit jelly in the end of it, but man, is that thing awesome. And he is so proud of it. It's so cool to see him showing it off. Yes, new hashtag. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Apex and I did, that was one of our first things that we talked about when we got together as well, is how much we like bright neon colors. So I'm sure you will see some near future bright neon colors coming. Uh, I don't know if you, I think you follow me on my Instagram and probably saw the pocket slab that just went out to one of my customers that has this resin on it. And it is probably one of my most favorite that I've put out so far. And it's so cool because this is the same chunk off the same piece. And it's so cool how it just changes. Yeah, it looks just like candy. That's exactly what I said. I can show you a couple of new pieces of resin that I just took out that'll be getting put into some slabs here directly. Here's a really nice piece. Same pour, just different pattern. Yeah, I just love color. That's my problem. I love color. These are, unfortunately, I don't think you'll be able to see. There's pink, green, and gold glitter inside of this one. And let me shut the light off and I can show you that. See if it actually shows up. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. It'll have a really nice light bluish green glow to it that we'll use for some liners and some pocket slabs, possibly some beads as well. That's some resin that came out just the other day out of the pot. Those, that, I am Miranda's a glow glitter person. I love glow. I okay, you've got me. I just like stuff that's got tons of color, and glow in the dark just makes it completely better. Like, I can't help myself. Somebody shows me something that's shiny and has lots of color. Oh, she does resin too? That's awesome. Yeah, I'll have to chat with her sometime then. That's cool. I'm thinking about when I send the micarta to Clayton, I'm thinking about sending him those ones just to see what he thinks of those because we had talked about a little bit of resin as well. But I think I might ship those down to him. These actually have, there's a little bit of a white streak in some of them. You can see here there's a white streak, and that white streak has a little bit of color in it as, or a little bit of glow in the dark in it as well. So once they get polished, that it'll have a little bit of glow that comes through. Yeah, definitely. I haven't shown him those yet. I told him that I had poured them, but I think when I send him his package, I think I probably will add those into it and send to him. He can check out the resin then. I just got, I don't have it out here in the shop with me, unfortunately, because I was trying to come up with color schemes, but I uh I just got a bunch of Fordite in as well. I'm sure you're familiar a little bit with Fordite. Nana, we got to figure out how that we can actually chat and hook up sometime. I know my email is in my profile. As far as I know, it's still in my profile on YouTube. You can always hit me up on my email. But all right, 400. Yeah, so the two that won is actually Rolf Robertson. He won from Barbie's EDC. And then the other one that won is oh, I know I'm gonna say her name wrong. Um Lowell Farrell EDC is the other one that won. We ended up getting 360 some subs on Instagram through the giveaway. It was absolutely mind blowing. Yeah, we're all super excited. Yeah, the giveaway was huge for us. Yeah, right. Apex, I wish the notifications worked too. Like it just blows my mind that they can't keep that kind of stuff up and running. But the way they drop subs and add subs back, sometimes I feel like it's intentional. Apex, do you ever do anything with zero tolerance knives? I have one that I got weirdly enough at an Amish store, and it didn't have a box with it. And I have no idea what model it is to even look it up to know anything about it. The price was right, and I couldn't pass it up because it was a ZT, but I'd like to learn a little more about it and figure out which one it is. And I've used the Google search and used images and all that stuff, and it's come up with some stuff, but it doesn't look like it's right to me. Okay, yeah, I can shoot you one. I would love to show it to you now, but it is currently at the house. So, can I send you a pic of it on Instagram later? Would that be cool? Nana, I carry a Civivi every day. Actually, I carry a Brazen for work with me every day, just because I like how sharp it stays. And if I happen to lose it while I'm out bouncing around on the boo boo bus, I'm not as sad about it. Yeah, Apex, I 100% with you on that one. I would suggest an Aries or a Burning Sable. Hopefully, one or the other of those are in my near future. Actually, oh, I don't even have that in my pocket. Huh. I don't carry much in my pockets when I come out to the shop, but I just got two of Aries's pry bars last week. They're so cool. I have an unboxing video I need to put up of them, but they're just simple, but man, are they functional. There's that grunge micarta. It'll look really good all polished up. Yeah, Aries makes super good stuff. And again, another dude with such a great personality, and that it's just supporting those guys is super easy. Apex, I 100% agree with you on that. Um, I would much rather support just a regular business than to support a big corporation. Apex, I do not. As of right now, it is not lined up for anybody. This is just one that I'm putting together so that we can get it listed. That's actually the last piece of purple grunge micarta that I have left in the shop at the moment. I'll have to hit them up, see what they say. Yeah, I think now that I have the Instagram more built up before I post, I've been listing most of my stuff on Etsy, but I think I'm going to start listing stuff on Instagram before I post it on Etsy, just to give people a chance to see it. And a lot of the community follows me now, so they can check it out. We actually, over the weekend, we did another auction. Yeah, I understand the broke side of things. I did some auctions over the weekend, though. It went pretty well. We'll see how those go moving forward. There's that tie dye. It dries out, it'll lighten up. The colors will stand out a little bit more. Yeah, the community, like just overall, Instagram seems to be growing. I have a Facebook page too. And literally, like 3 weeks after I set up the shop page, they restricted my Facebook shop page. So that's when I started pushing Instagram. I got them to unlock to open it back up again. And um, I literally, there's no growth on it whatsoever. I haven't added anybody since they unlocked it, set it back up again. Apex, that sounds exactly like what I figured Facebook would 100% be like. This is that denim. It's gonna look pretty good too. All right. Yeah, Apex, it for sure does. The money goes fast. Yeah, I know that feeling all too well. I need some 400s. Oh, I have some 400. Yeah. Apex, you can call me whatever you want to call me, brother. I am okay. Um, I don't usually go by Andrew. That's usually reserved for my mother, and I'll think that I'm in trouble if somebody uses that. Um, I have a lot of friends that call me Cross. I have a lot of friends that call me Andy. So I'm okay with all of it. The only thing I know that as soon as I hear my full name, I know that I am in complete trouble because it's either my wife or my mother. And as for the question with the resin and the micarta, um, I've been doing resin for about a year now, um, just for myself, honestly. I started this hobby is just because, as we said earlier, the money is tight. So I started making my own stuff and not having to rely on big companies to be able to buy some of my gear from. And so I started making my own. And the micarta I have been doing almost 2 years now. Um, it was my wife sews and my mother sews, and they had a lot of material left over. And the one day I was like, I bet I could do something with that instead of us just throwing it away. And so I jumped in and put some together, and that's where I got started. Sorry, my live chat dropped. Give me just a second to get back in here. There we go. I have actually been on there to look at, and um, actually, Clayton and I looked at some of the stuff that he had gotten, and I've seen some of the stuff that Apex has on it, or that Aries has on as well. Um, and it is crazy. I think I figured out how they're putting it together. Um, I will gladly shoot you some pictures of the stuff that I have in the press today, because some of it will come out not quite with that pattern, but it'll have the same type of design aspect to it. Um, just to see how it's going to turn out. But I'll gladly, if you want to see what it looks like, I'll gladly shoot you some pictures after I take it out of the press later this afternoon. I'm hoping it comes out as good as what the mock up was. But yeah, once I did poured the first one, and the micarta turned out pretty well. And I used it for a little marking tool that I made out of an old saw blade. I just started playing with it more and more, and it kept turning out better and better. And finally, one of my friends said, "You should really make that stuff and try to sell it." And I said, "Yeah, I'm not sure that I'm into that." And then my wife kept pushing me, and off I went. Actually, I don't make my own molds. So my son actually helps me in the shop quite a bit, and he's been looking for a 3D printer to try to, but that would be totally cool. I've looked at a bunch of uh, 3D printed molds just to see about getting some to pour some beads into, which would be super awesome. I actually don't have anything out here, Nana, at the moment. My I actually have a piece that I made for my niece that is her dad's military uniform that she carries as a worry stone. Um, that I made up for her. That was some of the first stuff that I had made was that she wanted to have. Um, a couple of my friends and my son always pick on me that I make all kinds of stuff and I literally carry none of it in my pockets. I usually have my knife and my flashlight and my multi-tool when I go out of the house. And I never remember to put any of my stuff in. Yeah, it was super sentimental for her to be able to have it, and she didn't know I was making it for her, so that made it even better. Yeah. I just never think to put more in my like, I have a very certain regimen that I put in my pockets, especially with working on the ambulance, like, I have a certain amount of stuff that I throw in my pockets, and, you know, that's what I throw in, like, it's just natural habit at this point. It's starting to come out pretty well. My go-to EMT carry knife is I carry that Civivi Brazen with me on duty. It's usually always in my pocket. I actually just got, um, a new one that I carried yesterday. Um, it is the, Bear Ops Nekema in 14C, and I carried that one yesterday. I like it, but it is super slippery, and I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. Um, maybe once I get it broke in a little bit, it won't be as slippery on the fingers. I like the knife overall, though. It seems to be pretty well put together. It's nice and sharp out of the box. But then I carry a Streamlight wedge. I carry a pair of the original Raptor scissors from Leatherman, and I carry a Gerber center drive. Heck yeah, I'm always open to that stuff. That would be really cool, Apex. We'll definitely have to chat. So that's just down to 400. You can see it already has a shine on the edges, but we'll get it further than that yet. And then with the texture cut into it, it really gives it a nice like shiny and matte finish to it. That once it's polished up, it'll stay that way and look really good. Make the colors pop. I'm sure you're both about sick of watching me sand since it takes forever. You want to see some of the stuff that I have glued up? It doesn't look pretty because it's just glued up, but I can show you some of the patterns and stuff that I have glued up currently. I can show you some of the Fordite resin blanks that I just took out of the pot, if you want to see that stuff. So here's some of the Fordite stuff that I just took out of the pressure pot. We'll be turning that into beads. Some in black. A little bit of purple. If you can't tell, purple is one of my favorite colors. Yeah, I love how the Fordite looks metallic when it's in bead form. Then I'll show you. This is my prize piece that I haven't decided if how I'm going to cut it and make it up yet. This is actually what they call dragon scale. Oh, it's actually so Apex. It's actually car paint. It's automotive paint. Um, like these ones that I'm all showing you. Well, not this one. This one is actually Corvette paint. Is where this blank that I'm currently showing you came from. And like this is the dragon scale here. So this one is Corvette. These ones that I showed you first are Kenworth. They all came from the Kenworth factory. But yeah, it's so when they put the chassis through the spray booth to paint them at the factories, they're bolted down to carts and stuff. And this is all just the overspray layers of automotive paint as they collect on the different metal structures and stuff like that. Yeah, that's correct. First one did it with Ford paint. That's why they call it Fordite. Yep. The most expensive stuff you can find though is Surflight, or after that would be Corvette paint. Corvette goes for anywhere from $3 to $10 a gram. I'll show you. This is what Surflight looks like, and this is just the resin after they're making surfboards. They cover them in resin, and that stuff's like $10 a gram. It's super expensive too. It's crazy. What else do we got up here? I showed you that resin. Let's show you some glue ups. So this is, here it is. This is the last piece of the grunge micarta. That's what it looks like before it gets sanded. Yeah, I've wondered what the color shift paint would look like too. I think it would probably look pretty cool. I'm sure it would definitely change quite a bit, especially turning it in the bead like that. So this is the grunge purple grunge micarta. It has a pink with purple and green glitter glow center, and it has a mahogany back on it. That one's going to turn out pretty cool. Oh no, you know what? This is cherry on the back of this one, not mahogany. This one is more of that candy resin with white acrylic spacers, a pink glow center, and this is the one that has mahogany on the back of it. The mahogany has a ton of figure in it. It's going to really polish up nice. This is another piece of this denim micarta, and then it has a piece of cherry, high figure cherry on the back of it as well. This is a piece of bamboo that I did a glue up on. So this is all bamboo wood that I've cut in strips and glued together. And then it has a piece of this tie-dye micarta on the back of it. And then this is a new piece of micarta that I just pulled out last week. It is pink, purple, neon green, and black micarta. You can see the colors there on the edge. And then this also has a piece of high figure cherry on the back of it. And then these two are some high figure maple. This is going to be cut in half to make two small single finger knucks. And then on the back of it is that same micarta. That's going to look really cool. This is a piece of micarta that I just pulled out today that I'm going to try. It looks really ugly at the current moment, but I'm not sure how it's going to look sanded. Um, if you all want to put up with me for 5 minutes, I'll run it over the sander a little bit. We'll see if it turns out, if you can see it. This has green and neon green and pink material in the middle of it. And then it has white and black resin poured over it. You want to see it? All right. Give me just a minute. All right, let's see if it cleans up. Some more acetone. All right, so this is just a test piece, and I think it'll actually come out all right. We're gonna have to try it again in a little bigger scale, but that is what it'll look like. Unfortunately, it's got some resin divots in it, but it actually filled and came out hard. So, and that's just material that I've rolled up tight, stuffed into a mold, and then pour resin on top of it. But I think once I get that actually packed tight the whole way and get resin forced into it, that'll look pretty badass. I like it. I think it turned out pretty well. For the first test piece, I think it looks pretty decent. At least I know now what I got to do to change things and make it look better. Yeah, absolutely, Nana. The possibilities are for sure endless. There's so many ideas and places that you can go with it. I'm actually going away this coming weekend. I'm hoping that when I go search for some material, I can maybe do a little live and take some people along with us. But um, I'm going to hit up a couple of places. Some it's like I guess it's an event trying to find some new wood to use for some of the projects, and there are going to be a bunch of vendors there, and we're going to hit up some military surplus stuff to try to see if I can find some other military uniforms and stuff like that to be able to put something together. So hopefully I'll be able to. We'll see if I can do some lives. We're going to be with family, so we'll see what they say about it. But I'm hoping maybe I can do a little live and take you along the trip with us. We'll see how that goes. But I think at this point, guys, I'm probably going to call it a day. Get some other work done here in the shop. Puppy dogs are ready to go out. My wife will be home from work in an hour or so, so I'll finish getting some things done so I can be ready when she gets home to go spend time with her. I really appreciate you coming and hanging out. Uh, Hope you have a good rest of your day. We'll look for you in the next live. Where are we at? We're in Pennsylvania. We are in the land of that pesky groundhog that everybody talks about on February 2nd. That is where we're at. Yeah, thanks, Nana. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. I appreciate you guys coming in and chatting and hanging out and talking and asking questions. Time goes by a whole lot quicker that way. Um, Apex, I'll shoot you some pictures later when I pull that stuff out of the press. And you guys have a good rest of your day. And we'll see you on the next one.